Hello, my beautiful trap stars. Welcome back. It's your favorite spiritual pusher queen, Celine. And we are going to do a no contact love reading only because my soul was called to do that first. So this is a no contact love reading, okay? We're about to get started because this is my first reading of the day. So my first reading of the day, you always have to bear with me. Normally, I try to keep it love and light, focus on the week, the month, what spirit wants to tell us. But I feel like this no contact is very urgent. Some of you guys can have a family with this person that you don't have a contact with, okay? This can be a former past relationship, you know what I'm saying, former spouse, something of that sort. Don't have to be. You could have lived with this person with that family room. You didn't have to, don't have to, but we did not premeditate on the cards or anything. So I'm going to say these things as I see them and as I prepare and get us together, right? Get us involved. Yeah. Someone's definitely trying to make their way to you or towards you, or someone wants to. Okay. Taurus season was very significant. Something about Taurus season or something about a Taurus is very significant. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo. We can throw Capricorn in there, but it's crazy because I was saying something about Taurus season was significant, but I was like honing in on Virgo type of energy. Okay. So just take that however you need to. All right. We did say the prayer. We are in the vortex clearly as I'm moving and grooving through this. So let's get into this message. Let's see what this is, what this urgency is, okay? All the cards have already been shuffled. I pre-shuffled them last night after I finished my other reading, so we're in good spirits, okay? I was gonna premeditate on this reading and have some cards flipped out, but the urgency behind how I feel like I just need to do everything on camera. So it's valid for whatever reason. Maybe whoever I'm talking to or whoever this message is for, maybe something in regards to receipts or actually seeing proof of something might be very important, okay, to you or to this person. Neither here nor there. Special welcome back to all my OG subscribers. I love you guys deep. If you are new to this channel, welcome. He, she, they, them, and all of my readings, okay? We don't discriminate. Whatever the fuck people want to be called, that's what we're going to call them. We don't give a fuck over here, okay? We got other things to worry about. Let's see, when it comes to these readings, okay? Flip it, twist it, reverse it, however you need to. However, if it do not fit, do not make it stick, okay? Over here in the Trap House, we do not give our power away to Tarot, Oracle, or its readers, okay? We all have free will, and we all live by that, okay? So if you're new to this channel, you don't need to be in my comments saying nothing crazy. You want to comment on the situation, that's perfectly fine. You want to comment if you like the reading, that's perfectly fine. But don't take what don't fit. We don't try to make shit squeeze around here. We don't try to make shit fit in. We actually prefer for it to reveal itself for what it is, okay? We actually love when we have an op in our presence, okay? We're not trying to get them to squeeze into any of the bullshit we have going on. Someone could be a friend. This could be a friend of yours, like a friend slash lover, or maybe a friend that you had a crush on, or maybe a lover from back in the day. I don't know. Let's get into this, though. Let's get into it. All right, Infinite Spirit, what's going on with this no situation contact? No situation contact. What the fuck? Spirit, it's my first reading of the day. Hello, hey, hello, hey, hello. I ain't gave y'all coffee. I ain't did nothing. But here we are, right? Because we're going to get to that too. Because I need coffee too. So I know we're a little tired. I know it just poured. I know it's Wednesday. I know how we feeling. It's the middle of the week, but we got something to do, y'all. So come towards. Thank you. Spirit, what's going on with this no contact situation? Who is this person? And you see how that card, I swear on everything I love. We're not even going to look for it, but I swear a card flipped over and flew back in the deck. And I feel like there's some significance behind that. So we're going to figure out what that was when it's time. We have the butterfly. I'm getting Mariah Carey, okay? You know, and I'm getting the whole saga of Mariah Carey, baby. I got to shake you off, okay? I give my all. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm getting the whole rundown of this Mariah Carey energy. So someone could very well be a Aries, okay? I could be talking to an Aries at this time. Or just someone could be that diva. Someone can have that Mariah Carey, you know, those traits of being a diva. Nothing is wrong with it, okay? You know, male or female, right? But that's just energy I was picking up on as I was saying that, right? So we're gonna get some more cards coming out. What's up with this no contact situation? What do they want? Like, what's going on? What's going on? There's a lot of cards that are flipping, but they're flipping back over into the deck. I'm gonna put these back because they didn't fall out, even though the one is trying to. Okay. I feel like the last love reading that I did yesterday, that I posted up, I feel like air signs was in there, and then we seen air sign again. So someone might be coming to this reading as this might be a part 2 for someone. Okay, let's just pick up on that energy. This could very well be a part 2 for someone if they are that sign, or you know, just in general, because we seen now we have earth signs in the picture, but yesterday we had air signs. So someone could very well be either or. We got pregnancy that keeps trying to show herself, but she ain't flipping out. And she tried to flip out earlier, but we put that hoe back in. So that's not the card that we originally had flipped over. What's this? Health. Wow. Someone is for sure pregnant, or someone definitely has children with this person, okay? Or someone's about to find out that they're pregnant, or find out that someone else is pregnant. I don't know, but kids are theme, okay? Birth is theme. Having kids is theme, okay? So again, that could be this could be confirmation for you. This can be a past lover. Let's see if we can just pick up on a couple. Let's get about 4 more cards so we can close out this energy, and let's see what's up. I feel like I want a big reading for this. Let's slide that like that. Slide these up. Can we see? I feel like we can. Cool. Damn, Mariah Carey. My all is stuck in my head. What's up? What do we need to know? 3 more cards in regards to this no contact situation. What's up? What do we need to know at this time, Spirit? I don't know what perspective this is going to be from, so I'm going to let the cards do the talking. But our 3 cards came out very quickly, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have a date, okay? So whoever I'm speaking to as a whole, your energy could be very well you getting back out there. You're ready to date. You are dating. Maybe you went on vacation. Maybe you're taking some time for yourself. You know, I don't know. Maybe you're just going out and exploring more. But it's this energy of, maybe you're even online dating, or maybe you're just ready to go back out there and start dating, okay? But I'm picking up on that energy, and congratulations and good for you, okay? Because, everyone deserves to find a partner that's for them, right? Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm a firm believer of that. That was not a burp. That was not a hiccup. That was literally felt like something was just trying to come at my throat chakra. So I feel like whoever you are, I feel like, you've been silenced, okay, plenty of times in your life. And now you've officially just learned to shut the fuck up, right? Before, you used to be silenced and that was an issue for you. But now, at this point in time in your life, you just learn to shut the fuck up. Like, so if you are out here trying to date or do anything of that sort, everybody don't know. Okay, I do have dating websites here. So for some of you, you could very well be on a website trying to find love. But for others of you, you don't even want to do that because you don't want everybody knowing. Like, you think somebody going to see you type shit. Someone here is very private. They're very private with everything that they have going on, okay? You could very well be on social media, showing social media everything, but you could be showing social media when you getting paid or when you having a ball, but you're not really exposing the other half of you, okay? Whoever I'm talking to, because I feel like you've been on a healing journey for some time now, even though you have met, a couple partners in between, this journey, I feel like you've really kind of just been to yourself. It's almost like something embarrassing happened, and embarrassing to you or for you. Maybe your ego was bruised, so you decided to lay low, okay? Just take that if it resonates. But let's get into this message, because now we have a full storyline, and now I'm starting to get some clarity and things are starting to come through. Okay, so someone can have a butterfly tattoo. That's very significant. But however, this butterfly energy is really, like I was speaking on before, really stepping into the next phase of your life and healing the past, okay? Something about inner child wounds. You could have had daddy issues or mommy issues growing up, and you can see, the people that you date, you can see a lot of those issues and traumas that you had in the past. You can now see those in the people that you're deciding to date. So maybe that's what made you kind of try to take a break. Look, you see what I'm trying to say? Maybe that's what caused you to take a break and start healing yourself, because maybe you were seeing versions of the people who once let you down, in your life. Maybe you were seeing versions of them in the people that you were dating, right? But I am picking up on that energy. So I feel like whoever this person is, this no contact situation, You know, whoever they are, again, with the divorce card here, you could have very well been married to this person, or you could have children with this person. Okay. Don't have to, but that's for somebody, right? Let me figure out what card I want to, I'm just letting cards fall out when really I need to figure out. Okay. So we have the heartbreak and move on. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, but we're going to see what it is anyways, right? So with the heartbreak, we have the 7 of Cups. So, you know, I feel like whoever this person is, who's trying to come back around, I feel like you gave up, you put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, for this person, you had dreams of what this person could be. You put a lot of potential on this person. You have way more potential on this person than what they have for themselves. Okay. You put a lot of potential into this person. And I feel like, you know, you could have been talking to multiple people, but again, you decided to put all your eggs in one basket. And so when this person decided to, you know, be foul how they were, look, death in reverse, when this person couldn't get their act together, you decided that that you had to move on. You decided that you had to leave. Okay. Or this person could have just ghosted you as well, is what I'm hearing. So it's different timelines, you know, different stories for different folks. But for some of you, I feel like when you realize this was never going to be what you wanted it to be, I feel like you let them go. You didn't want to, but you knew that you had to. But then I'm also picking up on a heavy amount of you all who could have been ghosted in the process. Okay. Or you had to be dragged out. Okay. Because this horse is trampled on top of this human who's dead, right? You could have been dragged out of this situation. Everybody could have been sitting back watching you be dragged out. You know, this could have been very hard for you because while you were supposed to be healing and moving on, you could have been very defensive. You know, you could have allowed this person into your life completely, which I'm sure if you really like this person, you did. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, you can really like someone and only do X, Y, and Z for them. But then you could really like someone and you could do everything for them. You know, it's almost like love at first sight. You know, maybe you felt very comfortable around this person. Maybe there's someone from the past, meaning like, you know how like you grew up, you went to school with someone, you guys were always fun and, you know, cool in school, whatever, go off to college, you guys don't see each other no more, you know, it was just a high school type of thing. Then it's like next thing you know, somebody gets married or somebody has children and, you know, you guys are just following each other on social media, and then bada boom, bada bang, out of nowhere, this person, they're like, hey, I've always had a crush on you. I've always liked you. So then you decide to, you know, take that route with that person, make that move, that bold move, you know. That's someone who, even though you've never had a sexual relationship with or you've never dated, that's someone that you've known for a very long time that you decided to blur the lines with, right? So this can very well be a person like that, because I feel like there was a lot of trust that was instilled in this person off the rip, okay? Trust that they didn't necessarily deserve or trust that they didn't necessarily earn, but because they were in your life or because you felt comfortable or familiar or whatever the case may be, there was this extra amount of trust that you gave that you normally wouldn't give. And, you know, unfortunately, you gave it to the wrong person. Okay, unfortunately, you gave it to the wrong person. So we have the 6 of Swords and 3 of Cups that flew out literally in the 360 to land in the reverse, right? Okay, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles that was at the bottom of, is this deck up right now? Yeah, at the bottom of the deck. I want to make sure that card, I want to make sure I read that card how I wanted to. So this person, you know, this raggedy ass bitch, that's what I want to call them. He, she, they, them, but they are raggedy ass bitch. They funky as fuck. And I'm trying not to talk shit because this is my first reading and I just woke up and I didn't even, you know, give the ancestors no coffee, no crumpets, no nothing. But, you know, so I'm trying, you know, but yeah, let's just take it there. Fuck it. Rich Risings, Rich Risings, Trap Fam. This funky ass bitch was just exactly that. This motherfucker ain't never had two things the motherfucking put together, okay? And when the last time that they did, it was so fucking long ago that, baby, this ain't no down season. This is your life, okay? I can't stand when someone, you know, first of all, the present moment, there's nothing better than that. there's no point of trying to, I even have to watch myself and cut myself off when I do things like this, because this shit pisses me off, but I find myself doing it too. I'm not perfect, and I'm the first one to call out my own shit, okay? I can't stand a motherfucker that's not in the present moment. There's no better time than the present. While they're in the present, they're speaking about all this fucking shit that they had in the past. Well, baby, how long ago was that? Okay? Because if it was too long ago, baby, you don't got that shit no more. You are officially living in the past. You couldn't even figure out how to get that shit back. You actually need to shut the fuck up and not even bring it up to nobody. This is that. Okay? Hanging out the passenger side of their best friend's ride. This is a scrub. This is a dub. This is a, okay? A bum. That's what I'm getting. A bum. This is a bum, you know. This is someone who lives in the past about a lot of their shit. Yeah, maybe back in the day they was a dope boy, bitch. You don't nobody want that shit now. Don't nobody even do. You get what I'm trying to say? People fall off every day, B. People fall off every day. And this is a motherfucker that fell off a long time ago, but their mind is stuck on the past instead of the present. Okay? And so they don't want to sit in the present, because if they sit in the present, they have to realize, they have to make understanding with themselves. They have to realize, they have to do a lot of different shit, a lot of different calculations, okay? That they're no longer that. They're now a funky ass bitch, okay? They're now borderline bum. They're no longer that man or that girl. And when they look at themselves in the mirror, they still see that yeah up in them, but baby, it's been years. At this point, your laziness has proven that you're never going back to that. At this point, motherfuckers is looking to their left and their right, trying to figure out if somebody put a spell on this person. Did somebody hex this person? Like what? Like, how did you fall off and not get back up? Okay? That's a lot for someone to take in. So now this person, you know, whether you understand this or not, whether you want to understand this or not, or whether you agree with this or not, this person, how they look at themselves in the mirror is completely different than the reflection that they are showing to everyone else. And now with that being said, because they don't look like what they see in the mirror, and because they are so concerned with the past, with things that ain't ever coming back, they have to now, you know, pick and choose who they use, who they walk on, pick and choose who, you know, now it's a game. It's a game. It's a game of the battle of a bum trying to get a come up. It's a real live game. And unfortunately, your little sweet ass fell victim to this game, to this narrative. And what's crazy is you could have known them when they was up. So, and if you haven't talked to them in a long time, if you guys had this big old break in between you, but you knew when they was up, you followed them on social media, so you seen the X, Y, and Z, and then now you got back into this person's life and you thought it was this, but really it was that. And now, but you already fell in love. You already started that thing. I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to, but this is a message. We ain't even get nowhere, but yet we so deep into this motherfucking reading. I'm telling you, this is almost like a part 2 of something. I just don't know what. I want to name this whole part 2 so bad, but bitch, where's part 1? I don't know. Okay, so now fast forward into this person officially in your life, because we already talked about their past. So this person is in your life and you starting to realize that you set yourself up for some bullshit, because this person, it was not who they was cracked up to be. This person is not who they were back in the past. This person is not anything of none of that. But look, this 6 of Swords is someone literally stuck in the past, right? Because we're looking at this narcissist energy. So now you get with this person and you start to realize, because let's not forget, love is blind and it will take over your mind. Okay, what you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. And I feel like at some point your ass sat the fuck down. Your fine ass sat the fuck down and had to start elevating and finding, because what? And what you found was pure, utter bullshit, chaos, drama, scandals, cheating, bums, and more bums, and more bums, and bitches that like to take care of bums. Oh, who am I talking to? Who the fuck am I talking to? And that shit had you fucked. But for some reason, you kept your mouth shut. I guess you said, well, this is going to be my bum. I'm going to stand beside him. I'm gonna stand beside her. And let me tell you this, fellas, let me make this very clear. If I have a man that's watching this reading, that bitch is a hoe. But she ain't a hoe that's getting paid. I ain't talking about prostitution. Okay? Because listen, if you gonna fuck by all means. I'm not here to judge nobody, especially with my ways and how I get down. But if you fucking like this, sis, you might as well get some money out of it. You might as well go on and hit the plank. Okay? And figure it out. Because all this fucking for free is not like, come on. So if I'm talking to, if I have a gentleman watching this reading, yeah, you got a woman that's fine as hell, or, you know, this no contact, she might have been fine as hell, you know, she could have smelled good, she could have been all these things. But all this shit was an illusion. She was a fucking hoe, and you was never turning her ass into a housewife because she liked to hoe, and she liked to hoe for free. It's one thing if she was fucking for the money. You can most definitely turn her ass into a housewife. You just know you gotta pay her and keep her, right? This bitch is fucking for free. She don't got no dignity about her fucking self. And again, fucking for free, hoeing for free. Please, child. Okay, so I just want to make that very clear because I have a gentleman that's watching this right now, and sir, you know, I need you, let me flip this for you. Let me show you what I'm seeing and what you already know to be true. That way you understand this is confirmation for you too, and you can flip this shit the rest of the way that you want to. Okay? Because that's just that, and I need to make that very clear. Okay, so now we know this person's a narcissist. We know they ain't got shit going on, nothing but imbalanced coochies, imbalanced lifestyles, loneliness. This motherfucker stuck in the past. Ain't, you know, this is a high school football player who thought they was gonna make it to the pros and didn't even fucking got hurt freshman year of college. Okay, and never made it back, but still stuck. So how did you think, at what point, what I want to ask you, and I'm being messy, bitch. Yeah, you can comment, you can cuss me out if you want to, but yeah, here we are. At what point, sis, bruh, at what point did you realize, like, bitch, at what point did you understand what the fuck was going on and still decided to stick by this person? At what point did you decide to disgrace yourself and say, this is mine, I want to keep this one? At what point? What was it? What was it that had your ass ready to do this? At what point did you decide to go all in? Because this is you going all in. This is you who was super interested. This is you who was making this relationship work. All you. Literally, with the 7 of Pentacles, all you. That's on my singles lady card. All you. This was all you trying to make this shit work. So I see why the divorce came up. I see why y'all had to break up. I see. So we can look at the breakup card, because I feel like at this point from here on out, the energy shifts. Okay, so I'm going to acknowledge spirit and what spirit is telling me, because spirit is already driving this boat. We 23 minutes in. Okay, we passed that. So at this point, what is this divorce? What is this divorce, spirit? This is, I feel like I'm bashing you instead of telling you what's up. Maybe this nigga ain't got nothing going up with him. Okay, maybe them coming back around or trying to is all just complete utter bullshit. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with the fucking program. So this divorce, wow, Emperor in reverse. Yeah, once when this person was exposed that they were the complete opposite of who they said that they were, or the complete opposite of what you thought that they could be, once when this was exposed, you know, the foundation was flipped upside down, and yeah, one of you guys decided to leave. Okay, and I'm not gonna hold you. Again, for a lot of you motherfuckers, it was this person. They had the audacity to ghost you, or they had the audacity to run out and be with somebody else on you. Like they had the audacity to leave you after all that you did. I hate to say it, but it's the truth, okay? So some of you, you could have been the one to leave this person. Absolutely. You absolutely could have been the one. But for a lot of you, I'm seeing it was this raggedy ass bitch. What's this divorce card? And you know, you could have had some stuff in your name. I'm not going to hold you. You could have some stuff in your name, or maybe you guys had an apartment or something together at this time, because I just feel like some chaos or some unwanted burdens came with this divorce. This was supposed to be something easy, but instead it came with a lot of hard work. With that Ace of Wands, instead it came with a lot of hard work, a lot of action, a lot of stuff had to be taken. You had a lot to do to clean up this mess. What is this divorce with the Emperor in reverse, Spirit? I feel like it's just what the fuck I said. Ain't nothing else coming out. Lovers in reverse. See what I'm saying? It's just what the fuck I said. Yeah. When you realize this wasn't the one or the two, or when they, or whatever the case may be, I see that you guys broke up. It was a heavy situation, a heavy burden to release, okay? A lot of you guys could have lost yourself in this. I hate to say that. I hate that, but here we are. Okay? And this could have caused you to not really date after that. And again, this might be the last, whether this is a situationship, relationship, a spouse, whatever this is, a baby daddy, baby mama, whatever. I feel like whatever this was, when you stopped dealing with this, that's when you was like, all right, I really have to go in and heal. What's the next phase? What's the next step of me healing? Because I thought I healed, but clearly I didn't heal enough if I attracted this low life, dirty ass bitch. Okay. And so you went and did your thing. You went and did your thing. Now, let's look at this butterfly, because now I feel like this is the next phase, right? That's how it ended. This is confirmation for you guys up at the top. That's like confirmation, right? But now I feel like now we're in the next phase, because this no contact, whoever this person is, I feel like we're not done yet. We can't be done. But again, a lot of you guys could have children with them. Maybe that's the reason why. We're going to figure it out. But look, with the butterfly, we have the 9 of Pentacles that wanted to show itself. Independence. All my single ladies. Now you're ready. Now you've this next phase of your life that you already, because again, you've already entered this. That's already done. That next phase of your life started to look like someone that the price just went up. Someone who values themselves more. Someone that is, you know, not going to tolerate the bullshit. Some of you guys, you could have a business that took off, okay? Or life could have just taken off, okay? This glow up was real for you. This glow up was very real for you. And I feel like in the midst of this glow up, you remain single, okay? Meaning you were like, I'm not about to, you weren't rushing to find someone. Okay, you want someone, yes, but you weren't rushing to find someone. You needed to let go of all the past memories and all the outdated ways of thinking, because the way that you was dating before, it wasn't working out for you. It was attracting all the wrong people, right? Okay, what is this? What is this person, this no contact? What are they replaying in their head? You. The love that you gave, how nurturing you were. The fact that even though you were mad, you still let this person in. The fact that even though you was pissed off, you still washed their dirty drawers, or you still took care of them, fellas. You still got her hair done. You still took care of her. You still loved her. The fact they're replaying in her mind, the fact that you still loved them and still treated them at the highest level, even though they was nothing but a dirty ass dog. Literally, look. Oh my God, hold on, y'all. This is nasty. Y'all, the way I just fucking spit, this person could spit a lot. I don't know. That was nasty as fuck. But I also feel like now my throat chakra is completely activated. I feel like I had to spit out that bullshit in order to be able to activate what I have inside of me. And I feel like that's a message for you. Don't be so quick to just accept old bullshit, okay? Let's get back into this message, though. So, you know, this person, Karma has been whooping their ass. Libra energy here. Okay, now we got them air signs coming back out here. Karma been whooping their motherfucking ass, because what they had a legacy with you. They had a life with you. They had a lot of good shit with you. Okay, or that was supposed to take place with you. They had the whole setup, but they decided to do some fuck shit. So Karma's been whooping their ass, and that's why they can't get you out of their mind. And now it's like, now they want to try to, you know, it's like they want to, it's like they know that they need to do better in order to be able to get out of this karma. Like they need to apologize, or they need to come back around, or they need to be your friend. They need to do something to get up out of this karma. Look, this is the card that was flipped over, the Empress. Again, you could have children with this person, or maybe you were pregnant by this person, okay? And shit didn't pan out the way it was, but children is very, very significant. This could be a baby mother, baby father, whatever the case may be, or this can be, again, someone that you were pregnant by, okay? Or that you wanted to have a family with. But pregnancy is very, very heavy here. And I will say this, if this is a baby father, a baby mother, or someone that you were pregnant by, whatever the case may be, however shit happened that you're no longer pregnant, you know, there's a lot of karma. There's a lot of karma that was placed on you in regards to that. And I feel like you went with what you needed to do. You did the things you need to do, or you felt it, or you healed it. But there was also a lot of karma placed on them. And I feel like now this person needs to come back around because they want that karma gone. And they're thinking if they come back around and do the whoop-de-whoop with you, that's going to delete that karma. And for some of you guys, you want this person to come around. So maybe it will delete that karma. But I don't know. We're going to go through the rest of this message because we'll see if something positive comes out of it, okay? Or if you're just going to be a silly hoe, which if you decide to just be a silly hoe, that's your business, okay? That's your business, but child, I hope you ain't none of my friends watching this and you decide to be a silly hoe, because don't tell me. Don't tell me, okay? Don't tell me. Don't tell me, because I'm going to be like, bitch, why would you do that? We know better. And when you know better, you do better. So maybe you don't know better. Maybe this is another test. Or maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know. To each their own, though. Everybody's different. We all have free will. You do as you see fit. If you want to, however you want to look or be, that's your business, right? So we have confession, we have ascending, we have poker face, right? So we see that this person wants to come back around and say something, but we don't see them actually doing it. Like we don't see the communication. So let's see. We don't have a lot of communicating cards. We don't have a lot of air cards here. There's a lot of thought. I mean, there's a lot of just, you know, attempting, right? There's a lot of prepping and planning and attempting, but we don't see in the upright or in general a lot of communication. All of our air cards are literally in reverse besides the Justice card. So we're not seeing a lot of, you know, greatness happening or communication happening, right? I just seen the Star card. It's just like a wish, bitch. If I had one wish, we'd be okay. Just wishing, hoping and praying, and ain't doing a goddamn thing. But let's check out this girl with the snake. What is this charmed or this boundary? Look, we got the Seven of Swords. Wow. I was just saying we ain't have no communication cards and all like that. We got this up in the upright. We got the Seven of Swords with the girl with the snake. Okay. This is all about being charmed or creating boundaries, right? This person, they know you got your boundaries up. You know, they know who you are, right? They know you enough to understand how you operate. And sometimes that's a scary thing because when somebody learns you, then they know exactly what the fuck to do to get what they want. And I feel like this is one of those situations or one of those scenarios. If you have children, this is the type of person that's going to say, if y'all have children together, hey, I want to come get, you know, my son, take him da-da-da, or hey, I want to get my son some summer clothes. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't have children, but you know how it goes when a motherfucker want to come back in, right? Fellas, if this is a female and you got children with her, you know, she taking pictures of the kids and she got her ass in the back of the picture, or you know what I'm trying to say, or she all up in the picture taking, like, baby, just send me a picture, okay, of Dwayne Jr. Don't fucking send me a picture of your dusty ass in there, bitch, okay? I know you got that BBL with that PPP loan that you still owe them people. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's giving that type of energy. Like, they're strategically trying to cross your boundaries, but they're trying to do it in a way, again, that's not going to cause you to shut down. But we still don't look. Three of Wands in reverse. But we still don't see no action being taken, or we still don't see... Three of Wands is a challenge. That's moving on. We still don't see any action being taken, or we still don't see them communicating. We just see them trying to come up with a way to be able to get back in your life that's going to work for them. Look, they're working on this shit. Literally, Eight of Pentacles is the work card. That's going to work for them. Ain't that what I said? A bunch of bullshit. We still seeing a bunch of bullshit. So let's figure this out. Look, and then it leads into this ascending, this preparing for a new phase, preparing for a union. So what is this? What are they preparing for, Spirit? What is this person preparing for? Two of Cups and Five of Swords in reverse. So the Two of Cups is normally a partnership, right? But look, Two of Cups in reverse is bad communication. It's tension. It's division, right? But the Five of Swords is normally a fighting card when it's upright. It's normally like, you know, whether fighting verbally or, you know, having mental health issues or things of that sort, or fighting with your mind, right? So the Five of Swords in reverse is considered to be like a good card, but the Two of Cups is in reverse. So it's like this ascending card is talking about preparing for a union, new phases, right? Learning and expansion. And all we're seeing is that this person hates that you guys separated, right? They hate that they weren't able to keep that spell over you. But the Five of Swords in reverse is also speaking on revenge, right? So this person was supposed to be preparing for a new phase. They were supposed to be, you know, transcending, transmuting this energy. They're supposed to be learning and growing. And all that they decided to do was literally feel bad for themselves that they got caught up. Still decide to not work on any type of communication. And in the midst of it, it's almost like they want revenge. For some of you guys, this person wants revenge for you letting them go. Maybe when you let them go, you expose them to the world. But you know what? Some people feel like they have such a power, right? Some people feel like they have so much power and control over you that just by you standing up for yourself and not allowing this person to come back, it can cause for revenge. You see with this Hangman, the sacrifice card, I feel like, you know, you could have ran back to them in the past, or I feel like you could have, there's plenty of times where you let shit slide, but I feel like this time around, you're not going to, and you didn't. So when they let you go, or when you let them go, that was the last straw. And you was okay with that. But that's what caused their fatal fall. That's what caused this bullshit. I feel like if they didn't go out so bad or do you so dirty on the way out, your dumb ass probably would allow them to come back in. But this time around, it was too embarrassing. Like, you couldn't, like, please. The ego was too hurt. We have confessions. We know they want to tell you something, but we got a lot of bad communication. We don't see a bunch of nothing coming out, right? These is way too many cards. These are all the cards that fall off for confession, but we're going to put them back in. If they come back out, cool. That's way too many cards. 1 or 2 cards, Spirit, for confession. Even if you want to give me 3, but 6 cards is crazy. What does this person want to tell my trap stars? Like, what the fuck do they even got to say at this point? It's no good having dirty draw wearing. Okay, funky ass bitch. Look, this is pissing me off. I'm glad we almost done. 37 minutes in. Talk about pussyfooting. This is a pussyfooting ass nigga, okay, bitch, whatever. This is somebody who literally goes around the fucking problem. They'll talk around the problem, play around the problem, walk around the problem, look around the problem. This is somebody that does everything but stand on business. Confessions. Someone has something to tell you. It's a secret. It's confusion. It's uncertainty. It's bullshit. It's an illusion. It's a lie. It's bullshit. I told you I did not see any type of confession. I told you I didn't see any type of communication. I told you I didn't see anything coming in. Anything worth it coming in. And this card just goes to show. Then we have the 8 of Swords. In reverse. This person needs to face their fears. It's like they have something to say, but they can't say it because they need to face their fears, okay? They need to surrender to the bullshit. But it's like if they say something and they can't find the right words to say, they know they're going to out themselves. But little to be known to them, this is too many cards. We're going to look at them. Look, they all fly in reverse. Crazy work. But little be known to them, you know, your ass already know what's up. Okay, we got the poker face card here. Your ass already know what's up. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yep, no communications coming in. The poker card is talking about taking risk and, you know, reviewing your options, right? Taking a chance, right? Not showing your hand, gambling on something. We got the Ace of Swords in reverse. This person ain't gambling on a goddamn thing. Yep, In their heart of hearts, they want to come in and they want to try to, you know, they want to try to make this work again. They want to come in and be more disciplined and more focused. Like, they know who you are and they know what you bring, because you are this Chariot, Cancer energy here. You are this Chariot. You know how to make shit shake in more than one ways. Like, you know what to do. You are so blessed and highly favored. And this person knows this. And with this Three of Pentacles, it says pooling energy. I've never noticed that. Pooling, P-O-O-L-I-N-G. That means putting together different energies, right? Putting them all together to make it work. But the way I'm seeing this person wants to pull on your energy. Okay, because they know wherever you go is successful. They know whatever you do is successful, because that's just the type of person you are. But this person's not going to come out and say that. And this is the reason why they can't come out and have a conversation with you, is because they don't know what the fuck to say. They don't know how to jug this shit up and make it work for them, because really what they want to say is, hey, my life fell apart ever since you wasn't in it. You're good luck. You take care of me. You clean my dirty drawers. You feed me. When the world don't want me, you fuck on me, you know, judgment here. You do all these things and I'm not ready, willing, or prepared to do any of this shit for you. You know what I'm trying to say? This is somebody who there's nothing left to say, because they've said it all to you once upon a time. Been there, done that. And so if I must be honest with you, now it all making sense. I kept saying I feel like this is a part 2 to the reading, and it is a part 2 to a reading. The part 1 was the good part. The part 1 was yesterday's reading. And if you haven't caught it, you can go and watch it if you made it this far. Yesterday's reading, I was talking about how an ex is going to be forced to watch this new person love you, right? This is that ex. This is that ex energy. I've been so... The reason why I've been staying away from no contact fucking readings is because it's the same funky ass, wonky ass energy. And I'm just like, damn, this bitch really is a fucking bum, because how didn't you find somebody else to manipulate yet? Like, you know, but that's what happens when you fuck with God's children. When you fuck with the chosen one, that's what happens when you fuck with children that don't want to do nothing but love on you, don't have no ill intention or malice towards you. That's what the fuck happens. Your life falls into fucking shambles, right? So of course they're going to want to come around. They're always going to want to come back around to let you know when spirit is whooping they fucking ass, because that's spirit letting you know that they whooping their motherfucking ass. If you want to feel bad and take them in because they getting their ass beat, bitch, that's on you. But when spirit start whooping your ass, don't nobody want to hear shit. Don't nobody want to hear a goddamn thing. You made your choices. Free will. You feel me? So this absolutely is part 2 to that part 1. I'm not going to name this part 2, but if you made it this far, you already know. This is the part 2 to the part 1. The part 1 is your ex is going to be watching someone fall in love with you. The part 2 of that is the fact that this no good, dirty dog still is bitch made and still don't know how to come to you the right way. Okay, so for those of you who watched that video and you was like, damn, what am I going to do? Bitch, live. That's what you're going to do, because you got a real one that's going to be making their way towards you, and they will be the father to your children. Look at this coffin and this shop. They will be the father or the mother to your children. You guys will get married and live and grow. Your ex will always be on the outside looking in. And it ain't about, if you have children, it ain't about keeping your children away from your ex. Not at all. We ain't talking about that. Okay, but it's about a child that look at they mother or their father, you know, and realize, I don't want to be over there. I want to go back home. I want to go back home where I got 2 parents, where it's lit, where it's, and look, and this is how the last reading started out. Amen and ashe. We done, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. And I love y'all for free. And you know what? Whoever I'm talking to, this might have been a little rough of a reading, but you too bad of a bitch. You too strong of a person. You too fucking thorough to ever in your life drop the price, okay, and give shit away for free to these bums. And the sooner that you realize how valuable you are, the sooner that you let go of all these bullshit ass childhood traumas that got your ass fucked up as an adult, the sooner that you forgive yourself for making them dumbass mistakes, the sooner that you love yourself enough. I don't give a fuck if you've been raped before, molested, whatever. As soon as you love yourself the motherfucking enough that you realize you're not letting nobody treat you anything less than, is the sooner you'll get away and out of all that bullshit. But as long as you still feeling lonely, as long as you still will do anything for fucking love, as long as you still holding on to the hurt and the pain and the trauma, as long as you still preaching and not practicing what the fuck you preach, is as long as you gonna be in this bullshit. And I said what the fuck I said. But guess what, bitch? I love you and I love you for free. I don't need nothing from you but maybe a like. And that's if you want to do that. Because as many people as watch these fucking videos, I don't even have the likes that's up to that. So, bitch, even I don't want nothing from you. Peace.